All right, you guys, so welcome to part 3. We are going to keep moving on with finding the average rate of change, but now we're going to be looking at a graph. So we started with a table, then we went to an equation, and now we're looking at a graph. So all different ways that a function can be presented to us, okay? All right, so it says the function of y equals f of x is graphed below. So here's all of our points, and the points are then connected. What is the average rate of change of the function on the interval of -1 to 1? All right, so if I take my pen here and I'm going to try to draw, okay, they're asking me the average rate of change if I go from -1 to 1, okay? Now, the problem with looking at that graph and trying to say, hey, well, I'm just going to figure it out, okay, is that there is a slope to it that is got a curve to it. So it's not a straight line, okay, per se. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the points individually because there might be 4 points, okay, from one until the next time you do a problem. So all you're going to do is you're going to take the first point that they give you. So they tell you to start at -1. So -1, comma, and it says 15. So we got to make sure we pay attention to how they've labeled the x and y axis. So at -1, the point is 15. All right, and then when I go here to 1, okay, my y value is -5. So 1, -5. So I'm going to take those 2 points and then I'm going to calculate the slope. So you can see you've really spent the whole day calculating the slope, okay, from different representations. All right, so -5 minus 15 over 1 minus -1. So -5 minus 15 is -20. -1 or 1 plus 1 is 2. So my average rate of change is -10. And I would not have gotten that if I had just said, hey, well, here's this point, here's this point. I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to count over 2. Okay, that's not going to give it. You got to take the points and you got to calculate the slope. So let's go down here. I'm going to type in -10, submit, yes. Okay, and you can see how he did draw in a line to kind of show you, okay, but then the same thing, okay, calculated the slope by taking the individual points, okay? All right, let's try another problem. All right, so the function y equals f of x is graphed below. The average rate of change of the function. What is the average rate of change of the function f of x on the interval -1 to 3? All right, so -1 to 3, so this point up here, okay? So -1, -1's right here, and then we're going to get all the way up over here to 3. Okay, now what you're going to notice in Delta Math when you get to the next answer, he's going to draw a straight line in between those 2 points. So if -1's here, he's just going to draw, and I can't even draw a straight line, so I'm not even going to try anymore. Okay, so from -1 to 3. So at -1, it's 2. So -1 comma 2. And then at 3, we are at 10. So 3 comma 10. So m equals, so 10 minus 2 over 3 minus -1. So 10 minus 2 is 8. 3 plus 1 is 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Submit my answer. Yes, there we go. And see how he wrote that straight line, because that's what he's looking from. From this point to this point, what is the average rate of change? Okay, and it does make sense. The graph is going up, okay, and it looks like it's going up by 2s, but it's just an average rate of change. I think most importantly, what we want to look at too is that because I'm going from here to here, the graph is increasing, which means the average rate of change should also be a positive value. Okay, just like when I was in my previous example and I was going on a downward part of the graph. So it makes sense that because my graph was decreasing, that my rate of change was represented by a negative number. Okay, all right, so that's all you're going to be doing on this assignment. I'm not going to keep doing examples because it's just a matter of get those 2-point values, find the slope, tell me what the answer is. You've got it. Okay, good luck, you guys.